Hello everyone, my name is Vince Jornales. I am a Tai Chi and a martial arts instructor. Today I'm going to be teaching the 24 posture Tai Chi form, specifically the 24 posture Yang style set. And I will be moving to the right. So this is a mirror image form from the traditional way that the form is done, which is normally done to the left. I'm going to talk us through the 24 posture set to the right first, okay? And then I'm going to do it again as a follow along. So the first time is going to be a little choppy, a little slow. It's going to be hard to time your breathing with it, but I'm going to go through all of the movements and narrate through so that you can follow along if you want to. And then I'm going to do it on a faster basis and flow with it if you want to try and follow along with me and just move with me on the flow. So. Now let's take a look at the 24 posture Yang style set. So that being said, I'm going to begin. So I'm going to start over here because you're going to need about 6 paces or 6 steps of space in any direction. In this case, it's to my right, okay? So all of these movements now, again, I'm not going to be mirroring you. I'm going to be describing, just like I did with Tang Bomb, my right side, my left side. So it might appear differently on your screen, but do the best that you can. So commencing to the right, movement stepping out, inhale and exhale as the hands come down. So now, parting the wild horse's mane, 1, left hand on top, right foot comes in, right hand comes under, then you're going to turn 90 degrees and extend your right hand out, drawing your left hand down. That is the parting of the wild horse's mane. Then parting the wild horse's mane, 2, you can rock back on your right heel, right hand on top of the ball, pivot if you want to open up your left hip. Your left foot comes in, left hand comes under, left foot steps forward, and you part the wild horse's mane, drawing your right hand down, left hand coming up. Then, parting the wild horse's mane, number 3, the third iteration, rocking back on your left heel, left hand on top of the ball. Right foot comes in, right hand comes under, and then you step forward. All right, now we go into white crane spreads its wings, new posture. Left foot comes in, left hand comes up, circling but stopping at the top. Right foot empties as your right hand comes across towards your left shoulder. Then you're stepping out into an empty stance on the ball of your right foot, dropping your right hand down. Now, dragon shoots the pearl, 1. You're going to drop your left hand down. Your right foot's going to pull back. Your right hand comes up and across. Left arm bends. Then step down with the right foot. Left hand shooting the pearl and pushing. Right hand brushing the knee. Then we repeat that on the other side. Rocking back on your right heel. Pivoting if you want to open up your left hip. Your left foot comes in. Left hand comes across. Right arm bends. Then step down with your left foot, brushing your left knee, shooting the pearl with your right hand. And then we're going to do that one more time for the third dragon. Rocking back on your left heel, pivoting again if you want to open up your right hip. Right foot comes in, right hand comes across, left arm bends. Then your right foot steps forward as you brush your right knee, shooting the pearl with your left. All right, so we're almost out of space, but we're right there. So from here, playing the lute. Your left foot comes in, your right hand comes up in front of your face, grabbing the neck of the instrument. Then your right foot comes out onto the heel and your left hand plucks the strings. Now, but we're out of space, we're going to step backwards. We're going to do 4 Repulse the Monkeys. Stepping backwards carefully, watch out for your furniture. Right hand turns over, step behind with your right foot, dropping your left hand. Then bend the left arm. You're going to shift your weight back onto your right foot as you push with your left and pull back your right hand. Kind of like your right hand's drawing an arrow back. Then we're going to repeat that on the other side. Left hand turns over. You want to step back or behind carefully with your left as you drop your right hand down. Then bending your right arm, shift your weight back onto your left foot, taking it off the right, pull your left hand back, drawing the arrow with your left, and pushing out with the right hand. And then we're just going to repeat that 2 more times. Right hand turns over just like the first one. Left hand drops as your right foot steps back. Left hand pushes as you pull back your right hand and empty your left toe of weight. Then we do that 1 more time. Left hand turns over. Left foot steps behind as your right hand drops down and back. Bend your right arm, shift back, pushing with your right, pulling back your left. So those are our 4 Repulse the Monkeys. So now we go into grasping the sparrow's tail. There are 3 parts to this one. First part, your left hand's already on top of the ball. You're going to pull your right foot back, right hand under, and just part the wild horse's mane. Then the second part, right hand turns over, left hand comes under. This is called roll back and press. You're shifting back, swinging the hands down, bending your left arm and shifting back, pushing your right arm back up to where it was. And then the third part as if closing shut. You're just rocking back on your right heel, pulling the hands back, and then coming back down onto the foot, pushing with both hands. Now, grasping the sparrow's tail repeats itself to the other side. You're going to pivot to your left, right hand on top of the ball. Now you're going to bring your left foot in, left hand under, and we're going to part the wild horse's mane, turning to the other side. Then from here, second part, roll back and press. Left hand turns over on top, right hand comes under. You're going to swing the hands down as you shift back, bend your right arm and shift back to the middle, pushing your left hand back up to where it was. And then the third part of grasping the sparrow's tail as if closing shut, picking up your left toes, rocking back, pulling the hands back, and coming back down and pushing with both hands. All right, so now we go into the first single whip. You're going to turn to your right, bringing your right hand up and dropping your left hand down. Then you're going to scoop down with your right hand, bring your right foot in and bring your left hand up over your shoulder. Fingers on your left hand come together, making a hook hand position. You're going to turn and step to your right, again making a 180 turn, and push out with your right hand. All right, that's the first single whip. So now we transition into waving the hands like clouds, shuffling to your right. You're going to pivot and turn to your left, setting up your hands. Your left hand, the hook hand opens, your push hand turns and goes flat. You're going to bring your left foot in and give a slight twist to your left. Then switch your hands. Now your right hand is over the left. And then step out to your right with a slight twist to the right. Remember those twists we did earlier without moving the hips? That's what we're doing right now. Then we're going to repeat that. You're going to switch the hands. And again, left foot comes in with a slight twist to your left. You're kind of following that top hand. And then switch the hands. And then follow your right as you step out to your right. And we do that one more time for 3 of these. Switch the hands. And again, left foot comes in, twisting slightly to your left. Switch the hands. And right foot steps out, twisting slightly to your right. And once you're here, we're going to go into the second single whip, which ends up being almost exactly like the first. Your right hand scoops down. This time though, your left hand comes up in front of your face as your right foot comes in. And then from here, it's exactly the same. Your left hand hooks, and you turn and push with your right. And that gets us to our halfway point. This is posture number 12. So now we continue through the second half of the form. High pat on the horse's back. You're going to open up your hook hand, your left, and drop it down as your left foot comes in. Then empty the weight off your right foot as you bring your left hand up over your shoulder. Then step out on the ball of your right foot. Left hand pats the horse. Right hand just kind of comes down to the waist, palm up. Now we cross hands and kick, just like that balancing exercise we did in the warm-up. Put your weight down on the right, bring your right hand up, crossing your hands. Now you're trying to time your back foot getting ready to kick. So you're circling your arms as you take the weight off of your left foot. And again, if you had to keep it on the floor earlier, keep it on the floor now. Then open the arms and kick with the left leg. Bring everything back in, bees buzzing at the ears. You're putting your left foot down, dropping the hands to the sides, making 2 fists, and striking to the front. The fists are close, but not touching each other. Now we're going to cross hands, turn and kick with the other leg. So you're going to cross your hands, pivot and turn. You're turning about 90 degrees to your right, setting up your right leg to be in the front. So now you're going to circle the arms as you pull your right leg back carefully, bringing the hands in together. And then again, if you have to keep it on the floor, keep it on the floor. If you can keep it in the air, keep it in the air. The arms open to the sides as your right leg kicks. Then bring everything back in. We're going to go into the first snake creeps through the grass. So you're going to put your right foot down next to your left. You're going to bend your knees, and don't worry, I'll be shifting again and turning around so you'll be able to see it on the other side. You're going to bend the knees and drop your right hand down inside your leg. Bring your right leg out a little to the side and hook with your left. Then shift your center to the middle and even the weight on your feet. Once you're there, you're safe to pivot to your right, bringing your right hand up and hooking behind you with your left. And that's a basic version of snake creeps through the grass. Then golden rooster stands on one leg, left hand opens and comes up, your left leg comes in or up, and your right hand comes down under the elbow. Now we're going to pivot and turn. I'm going to turn to my right. So first, I'm going to put my left foot down to assist me, then pivot and turn to my right. Now I'm set up to do the snake on the other side. I'm going to put my left foot down next to my right. And so now it's the same thing, but with the left hand instead. Bend your knees, drop your left hand down inside the leg. Then your left leg comes out to the side as your right hand hooks. Then shift your center to the middle And then you're going to turn to your left, bringing your left hand up and hooking behind you with the right. Then Golden Rooster stands on one leg, number 2. Your right hand opens and comes up. Your right foot comes in or up, and your left hand comes down under the elbow. Now, Jade Lady works shuttles to her left. Put your right foot down. You're going to bring your left foot in. If you want to, you can start by grabbing the ball or just keep the hands there. You can have your right hand on top of the ball, left hand under if you want, or keep the hands there. Then you're going to step to your left and swing the arms up, either from the ball or just from that position, so that your left hand is over the right. Jade Lady works shuttles to her left. Then Jade Lady works shuttles to her right. Right foot comes in. Right foot steps out, and again, you're swinging the arms up, but this time you're ending with your right hand over your left. Now, needle at the bottom of the C, you're going to bring your left foot in, drop your left hand down. This is going to feel a lot like high pat on the horse's back. Your right foot empties as your left hand works its way over your shoulder. Again, kind of like high pat on the horse's back. And then you're going to step out on the ball of your right foot. You can bring your right hand to your leg to assist you or to support you, or by the hip, palm up. Your left hand's going to drop straight down, again on the inside. And so with this one, you want to maintain a straight spine and back and lean forward without putting weight into your front foot. So if you start to lean forward into that front foot, stop bending. But if you can reach the floor without taking weight off of that front foot, that's great. Then straighten the back. Now warding off. Put the right foot back down now, evening the weight. Bring your left hand up over your head and reach out with the right. This is basically the opposite of Jade Lady. Jade Lady was here, so warding off right here. Now from here we're going to block, turn, and strike with our left hand. You're going to pivot and block to your left, close that left hand and pull it back. At the same time, pull your left foot back with it and bring your right hand open and across. Then from here we're going to turn and strike, stepping with your left, turning, and striking with your left hand. Block, turn, and strike. Then step forward and punch. Your right foot's going to come in, and as you do, pull both hands back. Keep your right hand open and your left hand closed as that right foot comes in. Then step forward with the right foot and return your left elbow back to the palm of your right hand. Step forward and punch. And then we did this one earlier at the end of grasping the sparrow's tail. This is the last posture. As if closing shut, rock back on your right heel, pulling the hands back, and come back down, pushing with both hands. And you did it. We're going to pivot and turn, crossing the hands over your shoulders, and just kind of step back with the left foot back to your straddle stance. All right. And then from here, we started with the right, so we're going to close, bringing your right foot in and your hands back by your side. And if you did it correctly, you should finish around about right where you started. Okay. And so that is the 24 posture set to the right with narration. This time I'm going to just call out the names of the postures and just try to move a little smoother through it. So, commencing. Parting the wild horse's mane, 1. Parting the wild horse's mane, 2. And repeat that posture with the right foot. White crane spreads its wings. Dragon shoots the pearl, 1. Dragon shoots the pearl, 2. Dragon shoots the pearl, 2 again on the other side. Playing the lute. Repulse the monkey, 1. Repulse the monkey, 2. Repulse the monkey, 3. And repulse the monkey, 4. Grasping the sparrow's tail, part 1. Part 2. And part 3. Grasping the sparrow's tail to the other side, part 1. Part 2. And part 3. Single whip 1, turning to your right. Waving the hands like clouds. 1. Waving the hands like clouds again. And one more time. Single whip 2, keeping the left hand in front. High pat on the horse's back. Cross hands and kick with your left leg. Bees buzzing at the ears. Cross hands and kick with your right leg. Snake creeps through the grass. First repetition. Golden rooster stands on one leg with a pivot. Snake creeps through the grass, other side. Golden rooster stands on one leg, no pivot. Jade lady works shuttles to her left. Jade lady works shuttles to her right. Needle at the bottom of the sea. Warding off. Block, turn and strike. Step forward and punch. As if closing shut. Then turn cross hands and close. And that's it. And that's the 24 posture set to the right. All right. Thank you all for watching. Enjoy, and I will see you again soon.